Thank you, Cathaoirleach. And I'd like to call on the Minister for Housing, Local Government and Heritage to come into the House to have a wider debate around the issue of protecting our built heritage. We saw yesterday that a developer pulled down the O'Hallock House in Ballsbridge, despite it being voted by the City Council to give it protection of entrance onto the record of protected structures. And from my understanding, once a local authority moves to put something onto the record of protected structures, it enjoys the protection of that act until an assessment is made. And I want to draw your attention to another couple of houses and buildings around Dublin that aren't getting the adequate protection to protect our built heritage. We have the Ivy Markets through a deal done with the City Council 20 years ago that has been massively frustrated by the developer and publican who has done nothing with the building. Antashka has it down as the top 10 listed buildings which are endangered. The building is overgrown, there's extensive water damage and is essentially being used as a car park for a publican from Temple Bar when it sits there in the middle of the Liberties. It can be a great addition to the city. It is the former dry market in the city, but he is deliberately running the building down and causing damage. Aldborough House as well, which is a Georgian building in Dublin, the second largest Georgian building to Leinster House. Again, for 20 years it was let to rot, had water damage, and the owner of it allowed it to run it down. Player Wheels on South Circular Road. I moved to get it put onto the record of protected structures. It was voted on by the Area Committee back in 2018. The City Council have not moved on that, despite putting other buildings onto the record and going through the whole process of adding it onto the record of protected structures. It is a great significance, historical significance of the industrial heritage of the city. The developers Hines have bought it now. They have said that they were going to keep the first 3 bays of the building. Now they say that they're going to take the whole building in, but it won't enjoy the protection of the record of protected structures. There is a list of buildings within the city and within the country that it has, and we see people deliberately allowing them to fall into dereliction. So I ask that the Minister for Heritage come in to talk about that.